Hi guys, in this video I'm just going to show you quickly how to make this kind of blinking, flashing light. Um, I've seen a few tutorials, but they're mostly for cycles, using a material rather than a light. So this is in EEVEE and it will work with Blender or cycles using just any normal light basically. So here on a new scene, all I've done is just added a plane and a light just so I can quickly show you what to do. So the first thing you need to do is go on your light, go over to your power and set this to 0 and then add a keyframe, which is what I've done. You just need to change that to 0 and then press I. Once you've done that, come down here and go into the graph editor. The reason we've added a keyframe is just so we can add modifiers to this point basically. If you wanted it to stop at a certain point or whatever, I'll show you that in a sec. So first thing to do is add in a modifier. If that is not there, it's just N on the keyboard or this little arrow. We'll pop that out. Come down to this one, modifiers, add modifier, and then go noise. And what that'll do is that'll add noise along this point. But I'll show you the problem that I came across. Basically, if you've not used these before, this scale is how much or how little across time that goes, and the strength is how high. But you'll see here, this is the first problem with lights in Blender. If you go to a minus, so what we've done is because we've set this as 0, you can see the noise is going above 0 but also below 0. Now the way people have got around, or the way that I saw the other tutorials doing this, using a color ramp in the material on a plane, so it's like an emissive surface, but that only works in cycles. In EEVEE you won't get that. But you'll see when you go to minus, this actually removes light. You see it gets darker as it goes, and also the curves here. I mean, this is probably too, but you'll see it builds up because of the curve. It's not a straight line. So what we'll do is we'll fix that by adding another modifier, which is stepped interpolation. So now you'll see it's fixed at a point. It's kind of like a constant handle rather than a Bezier curve, which is a bit more along the lines of what we want, but we're still getting it's going really dark, so we can just easily fix that with a limits modifier, and then we just do maximum Y, and because we set our keyframe as 0, now that's fixed. And you can change the strength of this, the strength of your light, using the strength and noise modifier. So if you have a light that you know needs to be a certain power, so for example in this scene the light I was using before I figured this out was at 500, so what I needed to do is in my modifier get the strength of the noise, and this is your power over here, so I needed to scale this right up, but as soon as this light's a lot closer it won't need to be that. But there you go, you can see that, and you can mess with the scale on the noise modifier, you know, if you want it quicker or slower. So yeah, that's it really. There's some other bits you can do. You can restrict the frame range on all of the modifiers. So if you wanted your light to basically be off and then start blinking at a certain point, where's that disappeared? Oh yeah, it's because the end frame wasn't the end frame. There you go. So I can adjust my start frame to 0, so it starts, you know, if you wanted it to be dark for a while and then start blinking, you could do that, or the other way around. So yeah, there you go. Nice and easy. Cheers, bye.